All right, we are starting with our open largefowl show. So we've got Mr. Bart Pals here that'll be judging. I've got some really quick announcements to go through. Overall for the open largefowl, we had 57 exhibitors and 537 birds that we will be placing today. Really quick, want to go through our sponsors. So we've got Fowl Creations with their apparel and merchandise. Shirts started going out, so if you ordered shirts, the first batch was sent out last week, and then the next batch will be sent out after this weekend. You still have time to order shirts, sweatshirts, hats, all of that kind of thing. So if you want to, now is the time to do that. That will likely close the end of August or so. Another really big sponsor is Champions Blend. They're donating their Show Pro line of feed for the top 2 birds in each category. So our champion and reserve overall largefowl will all be getting feed from them. Our other sponsors for here, Best American was sponsored by Northwoods Bed and Breakfast. AOSB was sponsored by the Gamefowl Conservation Network. Continental was sponsored by MSB Poultry. Our overall Best in Show is and Reserve in Show, they sponsored both of them, will be from Pondview Poultry. Additional awards, we have an award for Best of Breed Rhode Island Red. They'll be getting an additional ribbon. And our Best Non-Standard Variety Brahma will have a $25 cash award as well. So without further ado, we've got a lot of birds, so I'll let Mr. Bart go ahead and introduce yourself, say a little bit, and we'll get started judging.
I'm Bart Pals from Mason City, Iowa. I'm a licensed APA and ABA general licensed judge. And thank you very much for inviting me to judge this, and we'll do the best that we can.
Absolutely. It took us a little bit to figure it out this morning, but hopefully now everything will keep going smoothly. And we'll start off with Best American. I've got the show order in the comments, so for anyone wondering what we haven't done already, go ahead and click on that. I'll be updating it live with the results, and then if you want to replay sections, go ahead, head on over to YouTube. YouTube will let you scroll back on the video. Facebook is a little funky about it. The only other big thing, if you've got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I will make sure that they get asked and hopefully answered in time. So, yeah. Let's get started with our Rhode Island Red males.
Okay, so I have them placed in order. I previewed this earlier, so I had the privilege of understanding these a little bit better. And you have to bear with me for a minute while I try to figure this all out. So we have the placings first through fifth. The first place bird, the picture is a little funky. I thought it had a good saddle width, looked like a good tail angle, and wing carriage is okay. The stance is fine. I thought the second place bird, I thought the saddle was a little narrow, the chest a little bit more shallow. The third place bird, I really liked its chest, I liked the breast, but the back I didn't care for that much because it was flat. It had good saddle width. And the fourth place bird looks just a little bit too young. I'd love to see this bird in another couple months. I think it'll be a dandy, but right now it's not the day. and the fifth place bird just needs a little bit more time to finish. And the rest of the class, the next bird down on the left is just way shallow in the breast. Some are way flat in the back. Some just aren't ready. Some just aren't ready for the show today. And the far one on the bottom right is way too shallow. It's too snaky all the way through, and it's got extremely long wings, and the wing carriage is not correct. The one next to it, the back is not what we would normally consider a Rhode Island red back, and the other ones just aren't ready for today.
Okay, on to Rhode Island red females.
So will you be moving them, or do I?
I will be moving them. You won't need to worry.
I guess I do, huh?
In general, I will pull the
So there's
top.
There's five of them?
Yep. I'll pull top 3 for each. If you want the 4th and 5th, just let me know and I'll also pull those over.
Is it all right what I'm doing?
Yep. It should be
Or
Rhode
not?
Island red females. Yep, you look good.
Okay, so with this class, the first place female, she doesn't have the tail's extremely spread, and but she looks like a Rhode Island red. She got a nice breast. The second place bird's a little flat in the back. The third place bird is actually shallow in the breast, and it's got a droopy tail. The fourth place bird, the back is just not Rhode Island red back, and the tail is got a more of a Sumatra shape. And the fifth place bird is more of a production type Rhode Island red.
All right, on to best of breed Rhode Island red.
Best of breed Rhode Island red will be the 2 male birds. How do you want me to do that? Or will you do that? Hello?
Shoot, I realized you couldn't hear me. We just need to do best in reserve, and so that works out really well. And then we can go to Plymouth Rock males. There we go. This will work a little better from my end.
Looks like we have a nice class. Okay, so we have a pretty nice class here. Number one, I just thought he's a nice chesty bird, stocky bird. Plymouth Rocks are supposed to be well built. The second place bird, I thought the wing carriage was a little more weak. The top line is a little different. The third place bird, the silver penciled, it's just that's not the most ideal way to pose a bird. It makes it look snaky and it makes it look out of proportion. It's best to have them on the ground and just get a straight profile. The fourth place bird I thought was a little flat in the back and the chest as well. And the fifth place bird was flat in the back and just not quite there today. Another month or two and that bird will be a completely different bird. The other two birds, the wing carriage is way too low. The seventh place bird is way too short and cobby. The tail's way too short. And the sixth place bird, the tail carriage is way too low and the wing carriage is way too low.
All right, on to Plymouth Rock females.
So the biggest problem I see with this class is the photos themselves. They're just not very photogenic in these positions. So my screen's being a little funky right now. Please be patient. Okay, so the first place bird isn't actually my ideal either. The tail angle is way too high. I don't know what's going on underneath the wattles. It almost looks white. I'm hoping it's just the lighting and not the actual problem with the bird. But you can see there's a white spot there. And the very top of the head looks like it could be slightly white too. And I hope I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. The second place birds and third place bird they're just not quite there. They don't have the tail angle. The next birds are the same way. And then from there on, they're not very good pictures. They're standing erratic, spastic, and it's just not very. Wait a second. Yeah, and the white Plymouth Rock just needs more time. She's completely shallow in the breast, and it may be a tremendous bird, but uh, not today. That's that.
Okay. On to, it's going to be a little slow.
And again, the best rocks will be the two males.
Okay. That makes it a little easy. The biggest thing I want to do is I know people will take pictures of the slides. So making sure, we're going to refresh this really quick because my computer's being funky. There we go. So best and reserve will be the two males. I know people like to take pictures, and then we've got the two hens there. Onto golden laced Wyandottes.
So we're putting these all together. So let's see, one male and four females.
Yes. So the way we did it is if there were less than 5 entries, 5 males
Is that
and
correct?
5 females, they would get combined together.
Okay, so we pick a best golden out of these.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
It says join presentation.
Yep, go ahead and click that. I had to change, my computer's being weird, but
So we lost a male in the process. Here he is. Now I think these birds, none of these birds are actually ready for today. Some of them are close. The first place hen has potential. The male bird, the top two birds are very nice. The third place bird just isn't quite there. Neither is the fourth, nor the fifth. They're just not ready for today. Maybe a month from now, but it's actually a pretty nice class of Goldens. So the best in reserve will be the female, then the male.
okay. Onto silver laced.
So I think the first place hen's a nice looking hen. So is the second place, the male. The third place, I'm not sure. I'm giving it some grace on the color. It looks awfully light in spots. And the picture of the male, the fourth place bird, is not conducive to showing the type of a Wyandotte. And the fifth place female, I'm I'm going to assume that lighting is the problem with the color and not the color of the bird itself. I'm going to say it's taken in at dusk or something like that. And the other birds are they're either way too young or they're just lacking some breed type, especially the male. And he's got way too high of a tail, and the tail isn't conducive to Wyandottes. And there's several of them that are just too little. So the best in reserve will be the hen, then the cockbird.
Okay. On to any other variety. We did the same thing here. If they had more of 5 of a variety, they had their own slide. If they were less than 5, they were put on any other.
Okay. And these are standard birds?
Yes, all of these were entered as largefowl.
Looks like we have a couple of outstanding males, the top 2 birds. The partridge, that's quite the bird, actually. The third place female is a nice looking female. The fourth place bird, I think she showed signs of a curtain. I like her back. And the male's a little bit out of balance. The front side is heavier than the back. And the other ones are just if I had to pick a 6th, it would probably be the buff. But she looks a little out of condition as well. So the top 2 birds will be the white and the partridge.
Okay. On to best of breed Wyandotte. I pulled top 2 from each.
They will both be the ones on any other variety. The
Okay.
white will be best, the partridge is reserved. Looks like we have a nice Dominic class.
Yep. On to Dominique's.
Well, this looks like a nice dominant class. The bottom two, the tail angles, the pictures just aren't very conducive. The fourth place bird is just way too shallow in the breast. I think the third place bird is lacking a bit in the tail. The top bird and the reserve bird look like nice specimens.
Okay, on to Jersey Giants. We're missing one blue, I believe. Here we go. There.
I can't do anything.
Oops. Are you on? Are you looking at the screen?
Can
The
you
best
hear
of
me?
breed. Yep. Are you able to hear me all right?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Hello?
Oops. It
Yes,
looks like.
and it's doing some funky. It just did some
Okay.
funky stuff there for a minute.
Go ahead and try now. Hopefully it stopped. Oh, it looks like it's highlighting the whole thing. Are you looking at
I'm
best
ready to
of
place
breed?
them, but I just can't get to. I'm looking at the Jersey Giants.
Okay. And you're using.
Like,
It looks like your mouse is clicking something weird. Um.
well, I'm just trying to get back on it again. I can't do anything. And I don't know if you and I are conflicting or what, but
um are you able to click it now? Fingers crossed.
I don't know. It just keeps getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What I'm gonna have you do. Actually, I'll stop presentation and then I'll start presentation. Click join presentation again.
So tell me when I can have access again.
You should be able to have access now.
Okay.
This second bird, so Java, we'll put that in any other. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Jessica, for catching that. It's an error on my part.
There you go. I like the first and second blues. I think the second blue looks like she's a little out of condition. And the third, the male bird, isn't quite there. He's a little shallow in the breast right now. I think the fourth bird is pinched in the tail. The fifth place bird is a little squatty, and the back isn't correct. And then the other ones just are either lacking breed type, or the very last one, the bottom one to the right, is just not quite there. He's just not filled out yet, and the other three just have way too high tail angles and too shallow in the breast.
Okay. On to any other American. So it looks like we have a Java, Buckeyes, a Delaware, and then people entered American game and what looks like an Americana cross. But they all were entered
Okay.
as American.
Okay. We'll work with it. There we go. We have the two Buckeyes as first and second. I just think they're a little better conditioned than the rest of them. And there's a couple of them here. I'm not even sure what they are. It looks like a Colombian Americana. And this is the way to be placed today.
Okay. I've got to grab the rocks yet, but then we should be good for best of class. And I pulled both best and reserve of breed for the class slide.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. On to class champion for American. Lost. There we go.
There we go. 2 Wyandottes.
Okay. Into Asiatic class. Again, if anyone's got questions, would like more clarification on anything, let me know. I'm currently pulling up an entry form to double check one of the Wyandottes, but everything else should be good so far.
So we have black coaching males. Is that what we have next?
Yes, sir.
All right. I've lost control again.
Ooh. It'll say join presentation.
Not yet.
Give it a second or two to load. Is it letting you move anything or see it properly now?
Nope.
Are you able to see them at all? Let me see where you are in here.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. For right now,
I see.
and we'll see. Go ahead and let me know how you want to place it, and I can move them where it needs to go.
All right,
And then
bottom
go ahead.
bottom right is first.
Okay.
Middle bottom is second.
Which one? There's two in the. I'm guessing you're going with that one.
Can you see my cursor?
I cannot.
There's a joint presentation. I may have access now.
There we go.
I don't know if we're conflicting or what.
Nope. There we go.
Okay, so uh, uh, the very first place one, it's a pretty good view of its breast and stuff. I'd like to see a little better side view. The second place bird isn't quite there yet. They're a little more shallow in the breast. And I think the same thing with the third place. The fourth place frizzle looks a little shallow on the tail end of it. It isn't quite balanced. And the fifth place one isn't quite there. They just needs another month or so to come along. The same way with the bottom three.
Okay. On to, let me pull this flat.
Nice class of females.
I was gonna say quite a few females there.
Very nice class of females, looks like.
Oh, it's gonna be funky. Give it a second. There we go.
You got a pretty nice class of females here. A little bit all over the board. It's a nice class. I think the top coaching is just well rounded. I think I can keep pushing. The goal is to try to keep pushing the birds forward. It may not have the best of something, but overall, it has a fairly good head, fairly good back, this, that, and the other, and I think it's something that could continue on. So that's the first place. The second place, it's a little funky view again. It's hard to see what the side profile looks like. The I think the third and fourth place must be sisters because they look almost identical. And then the fifth place bird, again, it looks like a good bird. It's just hard to tell from that angle. The other ones are just lacking a little bit, either in the cushion or the breast or overall. And I think the bottom one on the second to the left looks like it has a curtain going. It's a pretty nice looking frizzle, but again, there's nothing with the cushion, and that's how they'll be placed.
Okay, going on to best of variety black.
There you go. The female will be the best of variety. The male will be reserved.
Okay.
I'd like to have a little better profile of that.
Going on to best of variety whites.
There we go. I think the first place hen looks pretty nice. She might have a slight curtain. Let's see if we can figure that out a little bit. Looks like she might have a slight curtain. The male's a little shallow, more shallow in the breast. The third place bird, we'd like to see just a little bit more cushion, a little more balance there. The frizzle is just, I think, way too shallow in the breast. And the fifth place bird just isn't quite there yet. It's got potential, but it just isn't quite there yet today.
Okay. On to best of variety blues.
So I like the first place female. I'd like to see a little better picture of her. The second place frizzle, the colors kind of blur in with the birds behind it. The third place bird just isn't.
I think we timed out for a second there. Give it
Quite there yet, as with the
You're cutting in
fourth.
and out a little bit, Mr. Bartz, if you can hear me at all.
And the fifth place bird, we'd like to see a little better focus.
Okay, so Mr. Bart's cut out entirely. We're going to go ahead, give it a second. Hopefully he can get back into the StreamYard. Give me 1 second. We will go ahead and take a quick break while we hopefully get that figured out. Well, I don't think Mr. Bartz knows that he's no longer on the live stream. I've sent him a message, but it looks like he has judged and placed the all other variety. He's already into, he did best of breed. It looks like that Cochin, the black and took first and the blue took second. And then I don't know if he did Brahma. Let's see where he's at right now. Okay, so he's looking at Brahma dark males. And if he keeps going, we'll just, yep, okay. So we don't have commentary right now. When he checks his Facebook message and email, hopefully, he can join back on the live stream. If you've got more questions, let me know and I will hopefully try and get them addressed. We're going to keep going this way for now, I guess. I know the two all other variety didn't make it onto the best of breed, but it looks like that wouldn't have mattered here. We're going to keep following where he's at and hopefully catch back up because I still don't know where he's going. So we love technical difficulties. So this is following his account live. The Cochins are done. I don't have reasoning or explanation because I don't have Mr. Bart's at all right now. So the way that we do it as far as judging is they have a link to the StreamYard where they join here. And then they minimize that link, they put it in the background, and they go on to the My Row themselves. So I think right now, my guess is he got lost. Let's see if he's going to slide back up. Otherwise, what we'll do for the presentation here. So we're going to try and do this without knowing where we're going. We'll see if he jumps back on. He's in dark females here. So Cochins are done. I don't have results updated because I'm trying to figure out what's all going on. My guess is an internet connection issue. Hopefully he checks his email. So normally he is able to hear me, but he can't see me and he can't see my screen or what's going on in the live stream because it's minimized, which would be explain why. Let's see where he's at. Yep, he's going around right now. Okay, we're still gonna figure this out. We're gonna stop here. Fingers crossed he jumps back on the presentation and it'll load nicely. Like I said, this is the really hard part about virtually is making everything work and everything run when you can't see everyone and you're obviously not right in front of each other. So I'm updating that list now. Yeah, he's working to try and get back to the Brahmas. So a little messy, but we're gonna make it work. We're getting there. It says, so for everyone following along, we've got phone call, so he can hear me. It says device not connected from my end.
So I'm looking at the screen that we looked at originally.
Mm-hmm.
A small tree.
There we go. Okay. I'm going to hang up the phone. You can hear me from the computer okay now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll go ahead. Are you able to move any of the birds?
Nope.
Okay. So what we'll
It's
do...
back to the original screen that we had to begin with.
Yep. Remember when we clicked on the very bottom, and it said, like you clicked on that Chrome, and it said recently closed my row.
So what are you going to do?
Go ahead and click on that recently closed my row. On that tab, that very bottom Chrome.
Okay.
And it should hopefully bring you to where we were before. Where we had it working.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, I can still see and hear you. Are you able to see the presentation now?
Not yet, but it's working at it.
Okay. Fingers crossed that'll get us back to where we were going before. Someone said this last hen is actually a blue silver pencil, so it would be non-standard variety. I can move that one over quick. Okay. Let me know, Mr. Pals, when it loads for you.
It is working at getting back to where we were.
Okay. Sounds like it's just very slow internet right now. For everyone watching at home, thank you for being patient. Let me know when it brings back up to that join presentation button.
It's coming. The birds are popping up.
There we go. I was going to say, there's a lot of them here. So,
I think we're back at it.
there we go. And then, are you able to move birds now?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and we can start back up with the dark females. I'm guessing that was going to be the first place bird.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. I thought the very first place bird, the picture isn't ideal because she looks slightly squatty, but you can see that she's stepping into a bunch of straw or something. But she looks. It's actually, other than that, it's a pretty good bird to get a profile picture. Uh, the other ones just look a little bit more shallow on the breast, not quite as finished. And then there's several that are just way too young for the balance.
Okay. On to best dark Brahma.
They're supposed to be upright and stable. Okay. It'll be the two females, please.
Okay. And then light males.
We have a dark one in there. third one.
Oh, thank you. Let's go ahead. We'll go back to the dark males. Jumping around a little bit. Will this guy change your placings at all?
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to go ahead and place the lights?
Go ahead and place where that rooster will go in the darks, and then we'll go back to the lights.
So we're going to the dark males.
Correct.
And this is the one that
Yep. The one in the middle there.
so I think it changes everything. It's going to change everything.
Okay.
So let's go like this. There.
Okay.
Now let's go back to the best of breed or best of variety.
And it should be
And
these top.
that's going to change that as well.
Okay.
Okay, so put her back. Put him second. There.
Okay.
There, we have that fixed.
Yeah. And that
Now we're back to the lights.
All right. And 2 light males.
I can't get the second place. I want the second place over to the first place. Oh, God.
Go ahead. There we go. I'll move that one back over. Like that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
There we go. I think the first place bird is upright and stately. The second bird is a little squatty. The third place isn't a very good picture because she looks all cobby. The fourth place bird, I think, is going to mature into something, but not quite there yet. And the fifth place bird, this isn't quite there yet either.
All right.
Now we're going to nice class of light females. Wow, this looks like a nice class of females, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. A lot of really good birds there.
Beautiful birds. Are you moving them?
I am not, but I can.
Hello?
Oh, I'm still able to see and hear you. Are you still able to hear me? I think there's the internet delay again. We'll do this presentation.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
I should have just been more patient. Okay. Are you still able to hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Can you move?
Yep, I can hear you. I can move the birds or you can move the birds, whatever is going to work easier. Ooh.
There we go. It's a beautiful class. I think this is the deepest class we've had, and they're very beautiful birds. Upright, stately, gorgeous birds. We have the bottom part of the class. We just have some birds that aren't quite ready yet. Some lack a little bit of breed characteristics. They look like hatchery type Brahmas, but there are some beautiful birds up here.
All right. Best overall Brahma. Oh, light Brahma. Sorry, not overall best of breed.
Light Brahma, you mean?
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Okay. On to any other. There should also be a penciled after this. Any other? There's a few others in there, but
Any other Brahma?
Correct. There's two more varieties that we'll be doing next, but any other got put in weirdly here. Oh, yep. Okay. This one will go.
Boy, this is kind of a stretch, people. We'll place them, but there we go.
I
I'm
cannot.
going to be kind and say that they just need some more time.
Are you looking at? Oh, you're looking at ermine. Okay. Double check. That's where we're at. Yep. All right. And then we're on to any penciling. And this one, I needed some way to break up the non-standard varieties because there was a lot of them. So if you had any other penciled in there, it could be here, and then we've gotten any other variety after this.
So what I'm looking at after the ermine is the Langshanks.
Okay, you'll have to scroll down because this one is underneath. It's a little bit funky.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yep.
I see it.
So this was any not dark
Whoa.
Brahma that was penciled. I took my best guess here at these, but Haley commented, go ahead, send me a message, please. And I will double check that.
Some of these are a bit of a stretch. I went with the first place bird just because I did a nice profile of her, and she's a good general purpose looking Brahma. The fourth place is kind of a gift because I can't see her feet, but I'm assuming she has them. The other birds just, it's a bit of a stretch for some of them, and they just need a little bit more time.
Okay, and then if you scroll down again, it should be the next one underneath will be your any other.
I've lost control again.
Give it a second. We will. How about now?
Nope.
Did you have to click join presentation again by chance?
Nope.
Okay, it's still loading then. It's just being slow. If you left click, what happens?
So can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So from the any other variety, just a word of advice: when taking a photo, never put your hand on the breast of the chicken.
Okay.
sort of keep it hands free. Just because it looks like a shallow breast this way. So I think I've retained control again.
Awesome.
So here we go. So there you go. The fifth place is a gift because the person has their hand on the breast, but the other ones just lacked breed characteristics too much, and there's too many defects and stuff going on. So this is the way they'll be placed today.
Okay. On to best of breed. If you scroll down one more, it should be best of breed.
There we go. That very first picture of the dark Brahma, that's actually a good picture. We get to see the head, how wide the bird is, and we also are getting a pretty good profile picture.
All right. The next thing we have is Langshan males. You'll scroll up and then to the right.
There we go. I think after the first place, the second place isn't quite balanced. The tail isn't quite right. Third place he isn't quite there yet. And the other ones are a little too squatty. Fifth place, the tail's a little too high. Then when we get to the other ones, we're just not quite there yet.
Okay. On to best females.
The second place female just doesn't have the carriage and the spread of the tail. The third place bird, the back's a little funky. The fourth place bird, the back doesn't have enough of a hoop. It's the same way with the fifth. And the sixth place bird just needs more time overall, I think.
Okay, let me grab top 2 for best of breed, and we should be good to go for that. All right, on to best of breed Langshan.
There we are. I think he's well balanced, looks nice, ready to go today. Second place is the same thing. The other two just aren't quite there today.
Okay, and I will pull. Do you want champion or best and reserve of every breed for the class champion, or do you want just best of breed for class champion?
No, we better have best and reserve.
Okay. I will grab Brahma
If we can.
and yep, absolutely. Best of breed Brahma, and then our Cochins as well. So we've got Langshans, Brahmas, and Cochins all going on to our class champion, Asiatic.
Some very nice birds here. So the champion will be the black Cochin, the reserve will be the black Langshan.
Okay. Into our English class, starting with Orpingtons. Buff males.
Buff Orpington males.
Yes, sir. There we go.
Again, I'm always trying to get a bird that I can keep pushing forward, and I think the first place bird fills that slot. Uh, third, third and fourth just aren't quite there yet, and fifth just got too shallow of a breast for an Orpington.
Okay. Oh, there's a repeat. That's fine. On to buff females.
I think this class here was a clear choice for first place. The other placings could be argued perhaps, but I think the first place is clear.
Oh, whoops, that's me. There we go. Go ahead and even that all out. On to best of variety buff overall.
I think the male's ready to go today. The female isn't quite. She's close, but not quite as slick as the male.
Okay. On to Jubilee, and I will make all of these bigger for you.
These photos, I feel, are sketchy at best. It's not complimenting the birds at all, in my view. And I think they're all too young. They all need a little bit more time to mature.
Okay. On to, let me make these straight really quick. Lavender. Looks like we've got a couple duplicates in there. There we go.
Well, the first three places are pretty typey. Fourth and fifth are getting a little questionable as far as Orpington type. The tails are too high, and the fifth place, the tail's way too low. It's a rainy day back. But the especially the first place, you got a nice nice chest, good tail angle, good wing carriage, nice looking bird.
Okay. 1, 2. It's gonna be weird on me. Believe we have any other next. Black. Sorry, black is next.
Okay. That's how they go today. I thought the first two were my question is the second place bird, is that actually a blue rather than a black?
We had some blues entered on the next slide, and it looked fairly different. And I'm pretty sure it's black, just given from.
Okay, I'm just going by the lighting then.
Yeah, it does very much look like it could be confused for blue, but exhibitor comment. Yep. The exhibitor commented and confirmed that it is solid black.
Okay, it's just the lighting.
Yep.
Well, if that is in fact the case, I'd like to change this a little bit if I could.
Okay, absolutely.
No, you know what? I want to leave it like it is. I want to leave it like it is. The first place has a much more chestier, and then no, we're gonna leave it like it is.
Okay. On to any other variety. Some of these were hard to tell, so
Oh, we have some blues here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take a look. I believe we have a silver lace Wyandotte female in there. I don't see a very good comb.
It looks rose. Oh, it does have a single comb if you blow it up, but it's very hard to tell.
Okay. We'll leave it.
And it was entered as an Orpington, so these were breed specific when they entered it.
Okay. There we go. We'd like to see them all finished off a little bit better, but this is how we'll place them today.
Okay. And then we are on to best of breed Orpington. I'll pull the two blues in. Okay.
There we go. That's a beautiful
Okay.
class, though.
I say a lot of good Orpingtons entered.
Yeah.
On to Sussex. They all were entered as Sussex, including the bird on the end. So they all stayed in that Sussex category.
The first two look like really nice Sussex. The other ones either need more time, too young, or they're just lacking some of the size. The photos aren't helping some of the speckled Sussex, that's for sure. A little more care taken in the picture taking.
All right. On to Australorps. One on the bottom right looks like it's an Orpington, but was entered as a Australorp or any other, I believe. So
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Hello?
Yep.
Now you can hear me, I think.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So the first place, the male, and the second place, male, look like Orpingtons. Some of the other ones, the photography is wanting, and it's not helping the cause.
Yep. And we did have a video out on best photography tips, and we're hoping to get more info out for people looking to take pictures for next year, but That is how it goes.
Well, ask Bill Wolf, getting a good picture is of a chicken or poultry is tough.
Yeah. It takes a lot of practice to be able to do it well.
But it makes such a difference with regard to station and how they look, how they're filled out. A picture can just do a lot of horrible things. It does more horrible things than good things.
Mm-hmm. And it's really, that's how, especially when you're online, and you're trying, if you're selling birds or showing virtually, your picture kind of makes and breaks what other people are going to see of your birds. So, on to English. Any other breeds? Michelle, yes, Cochin's finished up a while ago. If you go to YouTube, you can replay it as we go. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until we finish with all the birds on Facebook because Facebook is finicky.
So did something happen here?
Nope, you should be good. Someone just had a question in the comments.
Well, I have a black screen.
Oh. Let me see. Can you see anything at all? We can still see and hear you.
No, all I can see is my cursor. All I can see is my cursor.
Give it a little bit to load. We'll give it a minute and see. It should say join presentation again. If not, I'm wondering if it just zoomed in very far where it wasn't supposed to.
Join presentation again, it says.
There we go.
So I had started placing the any other English.
Yes, sir. We were on the two Cornish, red-laced or white-laced red Cornish were first. Ooh.
I'm looking at a blank screen.
Okay. And you can't see, and you clicked the join presentation, correct?
Yeah. And I think it's trying to join.
Okay. It may take a second or two to load again. While we're waiting, we had someone ask if you can elaborate on what you look for between Australorp and Orpington top line and backs.
The Orpington top line is a lot flatter. That's like a 10 to 15 degree. The Australorp is more of a swoop to it, and just overall a little bit higher. And of course, the Australorps are quite a bit smaller. And then the male's the same thing. The Orpington male should be around 15 degrees, and the Australorps are more than that.
Okay. So you can't see any birds again, correct? Let me do it this way.
That's correct.
Remember earlier I had you refresh the page at the way.
Try that.
Yes, please. gonna say this is the most technical difficulties we've had in any of the shows. So, but we will keep getting through it.
So while we're just sitting here, the Orpington male is 25 degrees. The Australorp male is 40 degrees
Mm-hmm.
to be
And
technical.
in person, you're gonna be able to see that the size difference quite a bit more as well.
And there's supposed to be, like with the females, a concave sweep. So on the Australorps, where the Orpingtons is just flat.
Did you hit refresh? Is that loading still or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, now is a good time to take a 15-minute break for lunch too. Can do that. We'll go ahead. We'll take a quick 15-minute break for lunch and come on back. Hopefully, we'll get a chance for the internet to load and catch up to where we're at. So we'll see everyone back at about 1:45. Okay. I'm getting back. We're still waiting on Mr. Pals. So, hopefully, there we go. Got Mr. Pals. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm still froze up.
Okay. And you tried refreshing and that didn't do anything. Correct.
That's correct. That's correct.
Because we can see and hear you from our end. I'm gonna go ahead and click present again. There's no option to join presentation, is there? It is just a black screen.
No. It's not a black screen. It's a tell us about your team screen, but it's doing nothing.
Okay. And you cannot click on it won't let you click on anything there?
Nope.
Okay. What we're gonna have to do for the time being, because it sounds like it's still an internet thing, is we'll go to what we had originally talked about on the StreamYard, where you'll just let me know what bird you want to look at, and we can place it.
Well, I can't see the chickens.
Yep. What I'll have you do, if you click on that Chrome icon on the very bottom and you left click,
Yes.
there should be an option for StreamYard.
Let's see. Virtual show judging.
Yeah, click on that
I
one. And see what that
Miro and virtual show judging.
Go ahead and click on virtual show judging. And that should pull up an email.
Yes.
Okay.
Live stream, StreamYard or Miro.
Let's start with Miro and see if that loads. If not, we'll go back to StreamYard. We'll try one more time. There's a couple people saying internet has been bad with Verizon. So it sounds like it's more than just a one-person issue.
I'm right back to where it was before. It's just spinning.
Okay. So then we'll go.
That's what I have. I have Verizon.
Yep.
Want me to do that again?
Just go ahead and we'll go back to click that live stream link.
The virtual showing?
Virtual show judging, correct? And then that first
Yes.
one on that email. Let me know when that loads through.
Backstage. I see ya.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove you here, add you here. Okay. Are you able to see the birds now, at the very least? You won't be able to move them at all, but
Yes,
they're going to be tiny.
I can see the bird.
Okay.
So you want me to tell you the placings?
Yes, please.
So we have first and second. So the fourth one in is a white lace red Cornish at the bottom. That'll be
Okay.
then the one on the far right will be fourth. And then the third one from the left will be fifth.
All right. Any comments before we move on to class champion?
Yeah, can we move fourth and fifth to third and fourth, and that white lace red fourth to fifth?
Okay.
No, they all look in pretty good condition. Yeah, that looks better. He's just too light. He's in good condition, but too light.
All right. We will move on to class champion overall English. I pulled best and reserve of each.
I'm gonna say the two Sussex.
Okay. Let me update the list really quick. Any reasoning quick for people watching? Ooh,
Yes,
not
I
sure
just
if you
think they're excellent specimens from the same people, but I just think they got great size to them. They're good condition and good Sussex.
Okay. On to continental, starting with Polish. And I can zoom in as well, if that would help. Oh, okay. There's the black screen that I'm guessing we saw earlier. We'll do it this way.
Okay, the bottom left is first,
Okay.
white crested black. The bottom right is second. And then there's a white crested black, about one, two, three, four from the five from the left. Could you zoom in on that, please?
Yes, I can.
And we need to make her first.
Make her third.
Make her first, and
Okay.
the other ones. Well, let me see. Can I see the? Can I see the first place? Yeah,
Yep.
just move those other two down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then can we see the other ones, particularly the bottom row?
Yep.
The second one from the left on the bottom. That'll be fourth.
Okay.
And then I believe the buff male in the cage will be fifth.
Okay. There's your best Polish. Going on to Morans, starting with the copper males.
I think we have one picture that's duplicated, and that's the upper
Oh,
right.
yes.
Maybe not.
Yes, that is a duplicate.
Okay, so the center right will be first. The one right
On
next
top,
to it to the right will be second. Upper left will be third.
so center right, you're talking in the bottom, correct?
Lower right will be fourth. Can you hear me?
I can. It sounds like this one's fourth. Center
Can
right
you
is
hear
going
me?
to first. Yes, I can. Are you able to hear me still?
I'm assuming not.
Okay, well, we can hear you, but I don't think you're able to hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
I can hear you.
so you had
So did
said
you hear what all I said there?
the biggest one I caught was that fourth one is going to be fourth on the bottom right. And then I didn't hear which one your top three were going to be.
There's
Oh, and I can see that you're talking, but I cannot hear you at all anymore. Ugh. I hate the technical difficulties. I'm going to guess
Are you
it's
there
another.
now?
There we go. Okay. Are you able to hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, so we have first place. The second place will be the top left.
Okay.
Next one will be uh, the top right. And we'll leave fourth place there. And then can you scroll down just a little bit? I can't, I'd like to see the bottom right a little better. Yeah, that'll be number 5.
Okay. Does that look about right? All right, let me grab names there, and then we will move on to copper females. Some of these looked black. I took my best guess at what was copper and what was black based on the copper coming through in the neck.
I understand. So second to the right on the upper row, can you zoom in on that one?
Yep.
Okay. That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is bottom right.
Okay.
Number 3 is bottom right. Number 4 is second to the right on the bottom.
Okay.
And number 5 will be the third one from the left on the top.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me grab the names and move those over, and we will have best of variety copper. Okay. On to best of variety copper.
The female is number 1, and the male is number 2.
Okay. On to blue and blue copper. So some of these, there wasn't enough blue to make their own, and there wasn't enough blue copper to make their own, but
That's all right.
some of them were too hard to tell. But
Can we look at the dead center middle one?
yep. Are you looking at the one with the shavings or on grass?
Well, I like to see them both.
I can do that. This is the one on the grass.
Okay.
This is the one on the shavings.
Okay. And then how about second from the right? Okay. The middle one is first. Second to the right is second. No, I'm sorry. The one on the grass is first.
Okay.
Then we can select one that you had up there for third.
Okay.
Then how about the far right one? Can you zoom in on that one? That can be fourth.
Okay.
And then how about right where the bottom right male? If you zoom in on that one.
Yep.
Yes, let's take that as number 5.
Okay. We had someone comment, all varieties of cochins are done, and best of breed is done, and best Asiatic is done. You can go back on YouTube and replay them. You can also see the listings and the names of who won each one on that form or that sheet that I'd posted. Black Morans are next.
Can you zoom in on the dead center one?
Yep.
Okay, and then how about one on either side of that one?
Yep. So this is the one to the right.
Okay. Alrighty,
This is
thanks.
the one to the left.
All right, thanks. So the dead center one will be first.
Okay.
The third one you show me, the second from the left, will be second.
Okay.
And then the far right will be third. And then the one you showed me, second, will be fourth.
Okay.
There we go.
And then our last gal there for sixth. Or fifth, sorry. Then we are on to any other variety.
Can you get them any larger
Yes, I can.
as a group?
These were all entered.
Okay, first will be
Okay, go ahead.
dead center top will be first.
Okay.
Far right will be second.
Okay.
The one next to it will be third. Dead center bottom will be fourth.
You're talking about the cuckoo?
Yeah,
Okay.
the cuckoo. And then the second from the left on the bottom. Can I see that one?
Yep.
Yep. That'll be fifth.
That one doesn't look like it has leg feathering, if it matters. It almost looks like a bard.
Oh. No, that's okay. That's all right.
Still, okay.
It can be either. I know why they ever did that is beyond me, but it can have feathers or not.
All right. Let me make sure I pulled these over because then I believe we have best Morans.
Okay, it'll be the black copper,
Okay.
and then the upper left will be reserved.
The male black copper.
No, the upper left.
Sorry, the blue. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
On to Faverells, best male.
If you can make them bigger, we appreciate it.
Yep.
And then the second from the right, could you show me a bigger picture of that? Okay, thanks. So the center one will be first.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The one next
That'll be
to it?
second.
Second.
First will
Okay.
be the one next to it to the right. Yeah. Then the one you showed me in the cage will be third.
Okay.
Then the one on the right will be fourth. And then the one on the right will be fifth. Again,
Okay.
some of this is photography. I think could have made the birds look a little bit better.
Absolutely. Really quickly
I know it's
grabbing.
very hard to get a good picture.
On to best females.
Okay, bottom, second to the right is first.
Okay.
Next one to it is second, bottom right. And then third will be second to the right on the top tier. And then the next one to it on the far right on the upper is fourth. And then the upper left will be fifth.
Okay. On to best Faverells. I will zoom in quickly here.
The male first is female reserve.
Okay.
Those are four beautiful birds.
I was gonna say afterwards we go through all of the exhibitors and their names and who shown them or who sent them in. So I know I've seen her name around before. On to the crevecoeurs.
Okay, third from the right is first.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Third.
Oh, from the right. Yes, that's mine. My fault.
And then the far left.
Okay.
Can you zoom in on the far right?
Yep.
Okay, third.
Okay.
And far right, fourth. And then far right, fifth.
Okay. Well, I grab the name really quick. Okay. Then on to any other continental.
Can you make them larger, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bottom left first. Bottom right is second. Upper right is third. Can you zoom in on the second to the right on the upper? Okay. Let's make her fourth.
Okay.
And then upper right fifth.
On to Class Champion Continental, and I've got to pull that first Barnabelder over. There we go.
Okay.
And I will zoom in on all of those for you.
Can you zoom in on the Faverol, please?
Which one? I can zoom in on both.
The male. The male.
Yep.
Okay. Then how about the Copper Moran? Were you zooming on that one?
Yep.
Both very nice birds. I'm going to go with the Copper Moran and then the Faverol. And the reason is the Faverol's wing carriage. It's a little soft and a little low. Yep.
All right. Getting down there. Onto Mediterranean, starting with the Leghorns.
Okay. So this is all the females? Or this is all of them?
All of them.
Okay. Bottom right is first.
Okay.
Second to the right on the bottom is second.
Come on. Okay.
The bottom right now is third. And then could you zoom in on both of the, actually the one in the center, the white, will you zoom in on that one?
Yep.
Okay. Then how about the two buffs?
Actually, I can do it this way, so then you can see both buffs at once. Still not going to let me zoom in as much. Here's the one to the left,
Okay.
and the one to the right.
Okay. So let's replace. Okay, let's replace the third place bird with the white leghorn,
Okay.
and then we'll put the buff cockerel on the right next at fourth.
Do you want this buff or the one next to it?
No, that one, the one that you have. And
Okay.
then you can put that leghorn that was in third third place in fifth place.
Okay.
Yep.
And really quick, while I grab the top two, do you want to explain quick why?
Sure. The photos again. Some of these aren't doing them much favors. I like the top three. I like their top lines. The chesty birds look like they produce a lot of eggs. They're in good condition, ready to go. The buff isn't quite there yet, and I thought the fifth place female, the tail was a little bit more pinched. The top line heads a little too far north, too quick, and the rest of the class, they either need more time or the pictures weren't quite right or they were just standing really funky.
Okay. On to Minorca. I can zoom in just a little bit, but then you're going to cut off that one. So,
Can you zoom in on the male on the left?
yep.
Okay, thanks. So the female second to the left, that'll be first.
Second to the left. Okay.
And the one next to it to the right will be second.
Okay.
The far right will be third.
Oh, those look like they're the same bird. So that's a repeat entry.
Oh, well. Hey, consistency. Consistency.
Right.
All right, then we'll take the where the three females are, the one on the left.
Okay.
And then the male. And then can you zoom in on those last two pictures?
Yes, sir.
We'll take the far right one, please.
Okay. Go ahead and give a short reasoning while I go through names.
I just think that first place bird is slick, ready to go. Actually, the top three females are all pretty nice. I wouldn't mind taking any of them home. The second place, maybe a little bit short in the back, but I think they're all three great birds. The male bird, we'd like to see him finish a little bit more, and the third or the fifth place bird is just hard to tell with that photo, and the one that didn't place, it's even more difficult to see it with that photo. I think photos could have made a difference on the placing with those two.
All right. On to any other breed from Mediterranean.
All right, so the third one from the left, could you zoom in on that? I can't even see what it is for sure.
Third one from a left looks like a blue Andalusian.
Oh yeah, okay, thanks.
Yep.
And then the one on the far left, could you zoom in on that?
There we go.
Okay, thanks. All right, so the blue illusion, the one that you did first, will be first.
Okay.
That's first place. And then the male will be second. The other blue illusion will be third. And then we'll get over to the far right. The male, second to the right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then we'll take the other one, the far right one, as fifth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really quick to pull the birds over.
The male, the reserve could be just slicked up a little bit more. He's not quite there yet. Another couple of weeks he will be. The blue Andalusian, I think, is a little light. And then the buttercups are actually in pretty good shape. I believe that's what they are.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are campines.
Yeah, a golden campine. Yeah. Sorry.
Nope.
No offense, no offense intended.
All right, on to Mediterranean class champion.
Okay, can you zoom in on that blue Andalusian?
Yep. Absolutely.
Alrighty, thanks. And then how about the black Minorca on the right? No, the black Minorca I can see fine. So this is a really nice class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say the Minorca is first place.
Okay.
And can you zoom in on that second place Minorca?
Absolutely.
We're going to take that rose comb Minorca as reserve.
Okay. On to our last class, all other standard breeds. Starting with Americana. Forget who had messaged me about the Americana, but they are going now in AOSB.
So the second one from the left, can you zoom in on that one?
I was gonna say it looks like a very, very light. I'm wondering if it's splash. I can throw it in all other varieties too. We'll put that one in all other varieties because I believe it's actually splash. It looks like a very, very light to be blue.
All right, and then can you that one on the far right? Will you zoom in on that one?
Yep.
Okay. And how about the other male that's third from the left of that one?
There's that male, and there's also this male. So this is that one more to the right. This is the one on the far left.
Okay, thanks. So we'll take the one that's third from the right as first.
Okay.
The far right is second.
Okay.
The female, the far right is third.
That far right.
And then let's see that male again, can we?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. And how about the far left female? Can we look at her? All right. So let's take the second to the right female, the second to the right, and then we'll put the other male up there.
Okay. On to Black Americana.
Okay, the far left is first. Far left is second. The other rooster is third. And then the far right will be fourth. And the far left will be fifth.
Okay. Let you
I think
give.
we have some photography coming into play here. The second place male, I think, is a good male. It's just that on the rooster, it doesn't position himself very well. The females look a little tight in the tail, and I thought the third place male was a little shallow in the breast. Again, maybe the first place bird doesn't have the greatest breast in the world, but he's slicked up enough that we can keep pushing him forward if we need to.
All right, on to any other variety. You had a whole lot going on in here.
I see that. What about the top right?
Looks to be modeled.
Okay, thanks. And then third from the left on the top row.
The frizzle
Oh, that's what that is? Okay.
looks like it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then second to the left on the bottom.
Second to the left on the bottom. I believe it's chocolate. At least that's how the lighting
Okay.
makes it look.
Yeah. Okay. So the upper right will be first.
Okay.
The dead center bottom will be second. The chocolate that we looked at second from the left on the bottom will be third.
Okay.
The second to the left on the top will be fourth.
Oops. Give me a second. She said second from the left on the bottom.
Yes. No, I'm sorry, on the top. On the top.
Oh, okay. Just gonna.
And then can you zoom in on the white a little bit more? Second to the left on the bottom, yeah. Let's take her as fifth.
Okay. And then any other variety, we didn't pull those yet, but we are ready, almost ready for best of breed Americana. Make sure I've got that right. Okay.
We have some nice birds here, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Even some of the non-standard varieties there. Those models are good.
I know.
Typed.
Okay, the black will be the best. And we'll take the blue as reserve.
Okay.
But kudos to the model. Those are beautiful.
Yeah,
And again, I think with a little different photography, the results may have been slightly different, but we'll never know.
Onto Phoenix. And I'm just
Okay.
gonna say here, I took my best guess. Phoenix colors are messy.
Okay, so the upper second to the left on the upper row. Okay. And how about the one with the blue curtain on the top? Okay. And the second to the right on the bottom, please. All right, thank you. So the blue curtain is first.
Okay.
2 to the left of that will be second. Can you do the bottom right or bottom left? I'm sorry. That'll be third. The one next to it, fourth. And second from the left on the top will be fifth.
All right. Ooh. Let me condense those quick. If you go ahead, give a short reasoning, I'll pull the name.
Well, people get confused sometimes with Phoenix. They think they're supposed to have this full spread tail and all this kind of jazz and a higher angle. And it's a very shallow tail angle. And the coloring, we're more concerned about the evenness of the color than we are the shade. And I just thought the first place bird met the criteria better. Plus, part of the deal is getting a little better photograph of the bird as well. It's so important.
All right. On to silver. Yes.
Can you zoom in on the male?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thanks. So the second female from the right will be first. The male will be second. The one on the left will be third. And the one on the right will be fourth.
Okay.
And the male could be slicked up just a little bit more. The one on the far, the fourth place bird, we're just getting a little too far off on color type and the whole shebang.
On to EBR.
How about the two males on the top left? Can we zoom in on both of them?
Let's do it this way.
Okay. And then how about the bottom right? There's the first place bird right there.
Okay.
And then the second to the right on top. Okay, thanks. How about to the third to the right on top? Okay, thanks. So the bottom, the dead center bottom will be second. And the one to its right will be third. And the second from the left will be fourth. And the one on the right will be, on the bottom, will be fifth.
Okay. I've got to pull a few over. Or any other variety should be easy. There's 2 of them.
Okay, can I see the white one?
Yep.
Okay, the white one will be first.
Okay.
The Millie will be second.
Let me pull the name quick. And then on to Best of Breed Phoenix.
Can you zoom in on the blue curtain one?
Yep.
Okay. And then can you zoom in on the bottom left? Okay. We're going to take the silver as first and the gold at the bottom as reserve.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The one with the blue curtain.
Yep.
The one with the blue curtain first. My mistake. Sorry.
Nope. That's okay. On to Sultans.
Dead center first. Far right second. Far left third. Far right fourth.
Okay.
We'd like to see the first place bird a little bit longer back slightly. But again, it's one of them that keep pushing forward. I thought the third place bird, the lighting was just not very conducive to a good picture. And then fourth and fifth, the wing carriage and overall condition just wasn't there yet today.
We do have a question on the BBR. Why the BBR was picked first as variety and reserve of breed. They said they understand they may have best coloring, but the body type isn't as good.
Well, we got goofed up on the reserve and reserve of breed because we picked a reserve of variety. Is that what you're saying?
Nope, they just asked if you can explain a little bit more on why you placed your BBR the way you did.
Well, can we go back to them? Zoom in on them.
So this is your first.
Yes.
And then second, they're questioning. They're asking more about type and structure. They said the coloring is better, but they're wondering on the type.
Well, I think the type is better on the first place bird. This bird here, the second place, the tail angle is too high. This is the first place. This is the second place bird. The
Correct.
Tail angle is too high. You can see shafting in the coloring. I think the sickle feathers are a little more appropriate on the first place bird. I just thought it was an overall better bird.
Okay. On to AOSB, any other breed. whole lot of them in here.
All right, can you zoom in on the center bottom black modern? Okay,
Not
is there a
all
male down there?
those. Yes, there is a male to the left.
Okay. All right, thanks. And then how about the Malay on the top, second to the right? Okay. And then how about the naked neck on the bottom right, or bottom right? Yeah. Okay. And then where the modern game female was, the one right to its left. Oh, okay. And then the top with all the greenery, is that another modern?
It's a naked neck.
Oh, yeah, okay. So the modern would be first place.
The female, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
The Malay would be second. Can I see the third from the left on the top? Okay, thanks. And how about the Buff Lakenvelder? Okay, thanks. We'll take the upper deck, third from the left, female. And then let's take the naked neck, the male, fourth from the right, from the bottom. And then second to the right on the bottom row. There we go. The naked necks, I think, are actually better than what they're being presented, but we have to go by the photos.
All right, on to class champion AOSB. Should have all of them there. Yes.
Can you zoom in on the Sultan? Okay, then can you zoom in on the Americana? Okay, thanks. And then once again on the Phoenix. All right, thanks. You got some really nice birds in the AOSB class.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Phoenix and the Americana. I really like the Sultan, but I think she could be slicked up a little bit more. I don't know if she was washed once too many or once not enough. I think the Americana's, the rest is just a little bit shallow. And I'm assuming that the Phoenix is the correct size. Without handing them, we don't know.
All right, on to our champion row. Want to give a congratulations to all the exhibitors that made it through and got on the champion row. I just pulled the class champions for each one. The way we do it, you've got a champion and a reserve and as many honorable mentions as you would like. So if you'd like a reserve of class up there, just let me know. I'm happy to pull a reserve. It can be a noteworthy bird outside of it that didn't place that you feel like deserves honorable mention. Completely up to you. As many or as few honorable mentions as you'd like. And this is our open largefowl champion row.
Can we zoom in on each one of them?
Absolutely. We'll go in order, starting with Mediterranean.
Okay.
And here's our continental.
Okay.
And then our English.
Okay.
From there we go on to our Asiatic.
Thank you.
And then American.
Thank you.
From American onto AOSB.
Thank you. Well, today's champion is going to be the Minorca, and the reserve champion is going to be the Wyandotte.
Okay.
And the rest can be honorable mention, but congratulations. Those are some. That's a beautiful champion row, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I placed it the way I did, I think the photography doesn't do some of these any favors. I thought the black coaching could be a little more full in the breast. The silver phoenix is a beautiful bird. If I had to pick a third best bird, it'd probably be that. The Sussex looks like it's missing the sickle feather, but I'm not 100% sure. And the Moran, the picture is okay, but it makes it look like her tail is heading south. But and we're just specially critiquing them now on Champion Row. This is a whole different poultry show than what it was a while back when we were back in the show. This is Champion Row, so now we're just going over these 6 birds and critiquing them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a beautiful display of birds.
Absolutely. I will really quickly go through top to bottom and just acknowledge first place of each one. We've got a post going for anyone, like the second, third, fourth, fifth placings. People are posting on there. Go ahead and you can share your birds there for anyone that's wondering. We are only taking the time right now to acknowledge the first for each slide. All of the placings will be posted on the website along with names. That should be up for about half of them right now. So go ahead and look at all of those. I'm hoping to get the rest of them up within the next week or so. Starting with American, our best Rhode Island red male was Ryan Hershaw. Our Rhode Island red female was Jessica Scasey. I apologize if I mispronounce names. I'm awful with it, but I'm trying my best to get names down. So, Rhode Island red overall with that male was Ryan Hershaw, and I believe Plymouth Rock male was Ben Connor. Our female was Vincent Farrell Jr., and our overall best of breed was Ben Connor. Our Wyandotte, golden laced Wyandotte, was Amy Chaston. Our silver laced Wyandotte was Riley Mobbs. Or any other variety, right there is number 56, Blake Bell. You'll see him come up quite a bit. Our best of breed, oh shoot, I passed. And then he also got best of breed Wyandotte overall. Dominique was Teddy Bowles. He had a lot of those Dominiques up there. Our Jersey Giant was Christian Bumbelow, I believe. American, any others with that Buckeye is Riley Holloway. Our champion American is Blake Bell. Getting into the Asiatic class, our black male is Michelle Gear. Our black female was Ashley Hefty. The best black overall was Ashley Hefty. Ashley also entered and took that first white. Getting into the blue Cochin, Michelle Gear took our best blue, and she also took our best any other variety. Our best of breed coming in again is Ashley Hefty with that black Cochin. She also placed very high in the youth show. Her daughter entered it in youth, so you may have seen that bird before. Getting into the Brahmas, lots of them. The dark male is 56, Blake Bell. Blake Bell also took the best female, so then naturally took the best and reserve darks. Getting into the light male, Patrick Jones took best light male. He also took best light female, so naturally took best overall light Brahma. It skipped a little bit here. Our any other variety was Kristen Bumbelow with that partridge-ish bird. The ermine is what I called these five, and that is Shauna Tansey. And then any penciling is Scott Perry. Scott Perry also took best non-standard variety as the only non-standard variety to get on that top row for best of breed. Going into the Langshan's, the male is Jacelyn Kalin. Jessie Sullivan took our best female. Jacelyn Kalin came back with that overall best of breed Langshan. And that champion Asiatic coming from that Cochin is Ashley Hefty. Getting into the English class, our best buff male is Scott Latta. Our best female, our buff female is Ladarius Lane. So our best of variety buff is Scott Latta with that male coming in again. The Jubilees is Ryan Hershaw. The Lavenders is Kasia Kusik. That name will also come back up. The Black Orpington is Bristol Robinson. That any other variety with that blue is Robin Twyford. And then the best of breed overall is that buff from Scott Latta. Coming in for the Sussex, we've got the Melodic Boys from Glacier Ridge Farm with that light Sussex there. Our best Australorp was Lily McIntosh. And then our any other breeds was Rick Dolph with that Cornish. Getting into champion English, our champion with that light Sussex was the Glacier Ridge Farm with the Melodic Boys. They also entered in youth, so their name came up quite a bit. Give me one quick second. Okay, and then on to our best continental. We have the Polish as Melissa Schuckers. On to the Marans, Nadia Konosko. Oh, the copper male was Nadia Konosko. The copper female was Danny Shackelford. Our best copper was Danny Shackelford. Our best blue copper was Kim O'Meara. Our best black was KBE Poultry. Our best any other variety Marans with the white is Sierra Ford. Our best of breed overall was Danny Shackelford. And if you're following along on the sheet, that's an error there. It should be Danny Shackelford. Oop. Give me a second. Getting into best male Favorels is Rebecca Halbert. She also took best female and best of breed. So congratulations there. There, we've got Mr. Pals back. Getting into our champion continental, it is the Marans from Danny Shackelford. Our Crevecoeur best of breed is Sue Dobson. Our continental, any other with that barn of elders, Ashley Dixon. And our overall continental is Danny Shackelford with the Marans. Into Mediterranean, best of breed is Ladarius Lane. It's my dog barking in the background. Our best of breed Minorca is Blake Bell. And then our best any other is also Blake Bell with the Andalusian. Onto champion Mediterranean, he took best overall with the Minorca. Into all other standard breeds, we start with the best blue Americana from Ryan Hershaw. Our best black Americana is Seth Johnson. Any other variety is Ryan Hershaw. Our best of breed overall with the black is Seth Johnson. So, there we go. Our Phoenix best gold is Kasia Kusik. Our best silver is Kasia Kusik. And she also took our best BBR. Colleen Kelly took the white and any other variety. Our best of breed overall was Kasia Kusik. Our best of breed Sultan was Salida Nafnagel. And then any other breed with that modern was Scott Perry. So our overall class champion was Kasia Kusik with that Phoenix. And then on champion row, our overall champion is Blake Bell with that Minorca. And our reserve champion is also Blake Bell. That's an error on the sheet. With that Wyandotte. So congratulations again, everyone that placed on champion row. I want to give a really, really big thank you to Mr. Pals for judging today. We couldn't have made it work without you. And I know there's a lot of technical issues going through. It took us a long time to get it figured out, and it took a bit longer judging because of all of that. But it is very, very much appreciated. A lot of the comments in here from different exhibitors was thanking you, saying that you're doing a great job, and really just very appreciative. So,
well, thank you for the invite, and thank you for all the technical assistance, because I've been having some weather here today, so that complicated the issue even more. But I appreciate all your help and assistance, and thanks again for inviting me to judge your poultry show.
Yeah, well, thank you. And with that, I'll see you guys next year.